Start by parking the vehicle on flat, level ground with the handbrake applied. Turn the vehicle off and ensure both front and rear wheels are suitably chocked and the vehicle is safely secured before proceeding. What's up guys, Mitch here. Today we're going to be installing one of our Nissan Patrol front Panhard rods. Now this is the exact same way you install these Panhard rods on your GQ, GU, or even like the vehicle that we're fitting out today. It is a GQ that is fitted with a GU Nissan Patrol diff. Alright guys, before you get started with the install, you need to make sure that you've got the correct Panhard on hand. Now this Panhard you see here, this is for your GQ Patrols, the 1999 and 1998 GUs, and then all of your GU Utes. The Panhard rod at the chassis end does change to the larger spherical bearing style bush at the chassis end in all of your 2000 onwards wagons, which you'll see the difference on screen now. As well as the Panhard rod, this is going to come with your dampener bracket. Now while this is the GQ Patrol, we've got the pin style dampener bracket. We also have the available eye to eye style for the GUs that we can have as well, just shown on screen now. Alright guys, before we get on to installing the new Panhard rod, we're obviously going to need to remove the factory one. Another thing to do to make your life easy is get in and remove this either factory steering guard, or if you have an aftermarket steering guard on there, remove that, and then as well, remove your steering dampener. Now if you're retaining your steering dampener, you can just undo the end that is on the Panhard rod and let it hang away if you've got enough room to get in there and work. Or like this vehicle, we're completely removing this dampener and replacing it later on, so we're just going to completely remove that from the vehicle so it's totally out of our way. Alright, now we've got the steering guard and dampener removed, there's a lot more room to get in there to remove the Panhard rod. Need to make sure once we get this removed that we keep the factory nuts and bolts, as we're going to be using those to install our new Panhard rod. Alright, so the Panhard rod is stuck on at the diff end. Now this may be something that you come across, especially if you've got an extremely worn out bush, where the inner crush tube of that bush is actually going to be seized onto the pin mount of the diff housing. Now this can be rather difficult, and I see a lot of young people that run into the issue not understanding why the new Panhard rod won't go on, but it's actually the inner crush tube is seized onto the pin mount that's on the diff, and you're going to need to put a split line down in it with a grinder so you can chisel it open and pry that off. But hopefully this one isn't, it's a little bit stuck, but a little pry bar with a bit of tension we should hopefully pop it off. I won't have to cut this one off as well. Right, so our Superior Engineering Panhard rod is adjustable, so you can adjust the lengths of this. Now, what you want to do to make it easier on yourself is give yourself a rough estimate of length to adjust it to. This vehicle behind me, I know, is at factory height, so I can adjust this Panhard rod to virtually the exact same as the factory Panhard rod we've just pulled out, and it's going to be super easy for me to bolt it back into the car at the exact same height. Then once the vehicle's lift kit is fitted, we can then drop it back on the ground and adjust the Panhard to suit the exact lengths we need, but we'll get to that one later on. Alright, so how you fit these Panhard rods is the adjustable end goes up at the chassis end. So usually it's easiest to get that up in there and hang it on that bolt. Just like that. And then the kick at the other end of the Panhard rod is to go over the top of your radius arm. So up at the chassis end, you're going to make sure once you've got your factory bolt back in, they have a locator tab on them. You need to make sure that that's hooked over the bottom of the Panhard mount, nice flat surface. That way when you do the bolt up, it's going to pull that into position to stop that bolt rotating and coming loose at all. Then once we get down to the diff end, there is a specific way that your washer has to go on, and the washer must be fitted concave. We've got a couple of close-up shots to show you how to do that. If you do not do that, your bush will walk over the top of this washer, and it's going to make your Panhard rod fall off the car, which leads to a bad day. So you've got to make sure that is installed the exact correct way with some Loctite. All right, like any suspension component, once you've got the Panhard rod into the vehicle, you do not do the bolts and nuts up tight whilst the vehicle is suspended in the air. Whether you're doing it on jack stands at home or on a hoist, do not do those bushes up nice and tight in the air where the suspension is hanging, as once you drop it back on the ground, it's going to pull those bushes tight, and at ride height, they're going to essentially be sitting in a bind point and completely chew those bushes out extremely quickly. So make sure that the bushes are left loose before you drop the vehicle onto the ground, and then they can be tightened up once the Panhard rod is adjusted. We have other jobs we're going to do on this car, so we'll come back later on when we show you how to do the adjustment. But if you've done that, you can now jump forward to the step of adjusting the Panhard rod. All right guys, we've got the car back on the ground now, and now we need to check the measurement of our panhard rod from side to side underneath the vehicle. Easiest way to do that is you need to get a measurement that you can replicate perfectly on both sides of the vehicle. Whether you measure from the outside of the tyre with a straight edge like I'm going to, from the inside of the rim to the chassis rail, there's a number of different measurements you can take. What we're gonna do is use straight edge on the outside of the tyre, measure into the chassis rail, on a place that we can do that on both sides of the vehicle. That way we know if this panhard rod needs to be adjusted either way. Now on the screen now, you're gonna see some recommended measurements, which we would have shown you earlier in the video again, but you can double check your panhard's measurement on that to see if it's suiting the ride height you are desiring. We'll get under and check this thing now, and then we can adjust the panhard rod if it needs anything. All right guys, so I've checked the panhard measurement on this vehicle, and we realize that the vehicle is pushed, or the diff is pushed to the driver's side. So the panhard is a little bit short, and it's 10 millimeters short. So what I'm now gonna do is pop the chassis end of the panhard out at our adjuster end. We only have to halve that measurement. If we pull it in or lengthen it 10 mil, it's just gonna go the other way. So what we need to do is lengthen it by 5 millimeters, and that way it is going to centralize the diff. I'm gonna push it 5 mil that way and keep 5 mil that side, and that way it is perfectly centered underneath the vehicle. So we're gonna get underneath and do that now. One of the camera guys is gonna give me a hand. You can either get your mum, missus, brother, any of your mates that are actually there to try and help work on the car to get this bit sorted, as we're gonna use the drag link to pull the car left to right. One, that helps with getting the bolt out, and then two, that allows us to realign the panhard rod. The steering wheel back and forth will allow enough movement in the vehicle to get us that 5 mil alignment, so we can slip the panhard rod back in, and we'll get into that now. Just wriggle the steering wheel back and forth. When it comes to the lock nuts on our adjustable panhard rods, or any of our adjustable components that you'll see with the double lock nut system, there's a very specific way that they need to be done up tight to make sure they are working at their optimum. What you need to do, once your panhard is fitted, you need to wind one lock nut up against the panhard adjuster and crank this up tight as you can up against that adjuster. Then, as you'll see in the video here, we'll wind the second lock nut on and adjust that as tight as we can, only using one shifter. We see it multiple times throughout our years of business. People get two lock nuts on, they go to this, and they go like that. What that does is, yes, those jam nuts are locked together, but they've actually pulled away from the adjuster itself. If that happens, what's gonna happen is that is just gonna flop around in there, and that thread is just gonna get to a point and pull out. It is imperative to get your lifetime warranty on these products that it is one lock nut is pinched up as tight as you can against the adjuster, and then the second nut is brought in on top of that nut once it is locked up, and lock that one in as well. If you do not do that, those threads will pull out, I can guarantee it. So make sure you're tightening those lock nuts one at a time with one shifter. Do not pinch them together like that, as you're essentially loosening it off against the panhard adjuster. But once that's done, all I have left to do now is put some pen marks on it after I've got in there with the torque wrench to make sure they're torqued up correctly, and this job is finished, and you are all good to move on to your next job on the vehicle.